Stock of the big jobs crisis. Top officials have repeatedly stressed the fact that the solution to the jobs crisis in India is self-employment. But with the bulk of the jobs expected to be created by small enterprises, credit to this segment is critical. The government set up Mudra in financial year 15, and since then over 3 lakh crore rupees worth of loans have actually been given out under the program by banks, public sector, financial institutions, microfinancial institutions, etc. As the government completes 3 years, CNBC TV 18 takes stock of this flagship program of the government. I caught up with Mudra's founding CEO, Jiji Mammen, and here is what he had to say.
95% of the micro units in the country were not having formal credit. So the biggest achievement was that last 2 years, we have been able to extend 3.15 lakh crores of loans to the micro units. So in 2 years' time, giving that kind of a huge loan for the micro enterprises, I think that is one of the biggest achievement as far as Mudra is concerned. Lending takes place by the banks, you are rightly said, by their own norms. They have a policy, loan policy based on which they lend. But the moment they feel that there is a need for their the funds to be augmented, they can come to Mudra to take refinance. So Mudra would be able to provide refinance to the extent of 100% of what they have provided under the Mudra Yojana program in the form of a refinance. So when we give refinance, we give refinance at a rate which is much...
What is that rate?
Right now, if you ask me, it is around 5.2% is what we give to the banks. For NBFCs as well as for MFI, there are different...
but 5.25 for banks is about 300 basis points lower than what the rate in the market is if you went out to borrow, right? Approximately.
Yes, you're right. Because right now, if you see the MCLR rate or base rate, it is hovering around 8.5 to 9%. So yes, they get a margin of around 3 to 3.5%. Yeah. Give you data in 2014-15. If you see the lending by the public sector banks in the country to this segment,
which is the MSMEs?
MSME up to 10 lakh.
Up to 10 lakh.
10 lakh. It was somewhere around 33,000 crore.
That is in financial year 15?
In 15, yes.
In 15.
The financial year 16, that is the first year of Mudra, the public sector lending went up by almost 75%, which was around 58,000 crores.
So 33,000 crores became 58,000 crores from 15 to 16?
Yes, exactly.
And in 17?
17, it has become 72,000 crores. So there was a huge jump in one segment of the bank itself.
Okay, and that's the Mudra CEO earlier, and there's a buyback that Bear Crop has announced. It's just